Nitro Pop. Is it for dads? Hey, it's Channel Lad Bryon Lape back with reviews you can use. And up today, we have from Jocko brand, which I'm hopefully going to be doing some taste tests of some of their protein powders very soon. So this is a dietary supplement. I think it's just, is it Jocko Nutrition? Scan for information. And you know what? I had to let a dog out. It started raining. It may have stopped, and I forgot to grab my... The problem with my glasses is I can read, but then I can't see the camera, so I just need to do it. But anyway, we have the Nitro Pop flavored. This is the these pops, I forget what they were called now. Back in the 70s, these things were really popular, and they seem to have made a bit of a comeback as flavors for various supplements. I see it pre-workouts. You know, most likely there's one factory that produces the flavors, and everyone gets it and they name it something different. But on pre's, I don't know if I've seen a protein powder, but you know, I'm trying to get stuff that has less and less crap in it. So we have the citrulline, we've got the 6 grams, we've got the 3.2 grams of beta-alanine, we have valine anhydrous, looks like 2.5 grams, and we had a bunch of other stuff. Caffeine is in the 200 milligrams. A scoop is a serving, and that's 19.8 grams, and there are 20 in this container. That seems to be the way things are these days. Thank you, Joe Biden, with all the inflation and stuff that... yeah, I've even seen it down to 15. I wouldn't be surprised very soon you're going to see a 12. It'll be the same size, but it'll be 12 servings because the labels can only get so small, and it's going to be ridiculous. But the benefits are pump, focus, and energy, which they all say. And I've never seen, you know, maybe I got to do an experiment on myself where I do some kind of workout. Maybe just arms, right? Measure my bicep flexed and flat. Do some crazy workout like I used to do years ago, 100 reps of something, right? And just quick reps. You know, let's do dumbbell curls and extensions and maybe push-ups and just something crazy. And then measure when it's over, and then get one of these. Do the same thing like the next day, and see what's the difference. But focus, now what I have noticed about some pre-workouts is I turn into a chatterbox at the gym. And so I don't know what they mean by focus. To me, focus and energy are polar opposites. So when I'm energetic, I'm not focused. And when I'm focused, but I have mental energy, not physical energy. So anyway, there's all the other particulars. There's vitamin C and A, and I think C and B. So you've got some aminos essentially in the B vitamins, and or it can be broken down into that and blah blah blah. So anyway, here's what I remember about this one, because unfortunately these have been sitting around for a while. I did this one in March, if I remember correctly. And it's as late May when I'm recording this. I don't know when it's going to be out. Hopefully in the next couple weeks. But the flavor was decent. So for a flavor, it's like a 7 out of 10. I'm not a big fan of these. I wasn't a big fan of these pops when I was younger. If I remember correctly, my brother was. And I think there was one that had the white was kind of a vanilla cream ice cream as opposed to like a berry and something, you know, whatever the red and blue were. But overall, this is like an 8, 8.5 out of 10. The Jocko brand, what I've noticed is they're kind of in the middle, right? So you have Optimum Nutrition that tends to have, especially on their natural brand, their natural stuff, they don't have a lot of stuff in it. Then you got a lot of, like on the other side, you've got like 6 Star and, I forget the Body Force or Body, I don't remember now, I think it might be Body Force. Anyway, their stuff is okay. It's not great. The flavors are okay. The protein, and although one of my still most watched reviews is a 6 Star creatine punch that I reviewed I don't know how many years ago, and maybe I ought to do it again now that I'm in my mid-50s. But So the quality of ingredients is a little bit less. There's some brands that are even further off to, I won't say to the right, but off to the side that are even cheaper ingredients. I haven't seen some of those in years. So I'm hoping that they either got better ingredients or they just fizzled out completely. And this Jocko brand seems to be in the middle because the protein powders are pretty good, but they're not your Optimum or Mutant or some of your higher end. There's some new other ones. There's some grass-fed beef protein powders that I'm looking to try soon. They still have sucralose and stuff like that in it, and I know some of them are starting to take that out, which is great. Great to see it. And I would rather have like 2 grams of sugar than any sucralose in there at all, because a lot of times you don't need it sweet, and it seems to have stopped raining and I can stop screaming. But overall, it dissolved well, and I really need to get back to doing the take it and go to the gym kind of workouts. It's just that my gym it's not always open gym. It was a CrossFit box, and then they sold it and someone else has done it, but he still has some CrossFit stuff and there's still some classes, and so I got to really time when I get there on certain days, and that changes all the time. And then with my work schedule, sometimes I can't get there. So anyway, but this was like an 8.5 out of 10. I got good, decent results for me anyway. What I do remember is quite often only taking half to 2/3 of a scoop, so I was able to get more than 20 servings. And it's probably the caffeine is what I'm trying to pull back on. And so I'm also starting to look for, and I think there's some that I've seen on Facebook of all places, that have the dosage of other stuff and don't have the huge caffeine spike, so maybe only 100. Because what I'm really looking for is something with 100 milligrams of caffeine, maybe 150, but has the clinical doses of everything else. I know I did a stem-free one years ago, but it had like black pepper and some other stuff in it that I didn't like. It was okay, so I need something a little bit less on that, and we'll see. Although I've been taking some others, I've been taking methylene blue and some other things that lets me even take less of this stuff. So maybe a low stem one with that, the chalk stuff, and I need to do reviews on that, the Act 2.0 and all that, which I don't get. The next shipment's not supposed to have it because I literally take it and fall asleep in the middle of the day. I take it at lunch, and by 2:30, I'm ready to take a nap. If I don't take it, I'm fine. So anyway, 8.5 out of 10 is my verdict on the Jocko pre-workout. Have you tried it? Is there another flavor of theirs? Do they have different variants of this that I need to try and find? I think we got this one at Walmart. The Walmart in Bristol seems to have, and the Walmart in Boone seems to have stuff that the Walmart in Elizabethton doesn't have, or has in much lower quantities. One thing that is very strange to me is, and I don't remember if Jocko's one of the brands, it might be, but certain brands, I know Lit is one of them, and there's the Pro Sups is another. They're all in this mesh bag that is all metal, and will set off their alarms if you try to walk out with it. So people, it's the only place I've seen it, and there isn't much on the shelf, and so I don't know if people are stealing it. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how you put this in a coat and walk out of the store with it, but weirder things have happened. But see, that's the only Walmart around here I've seen it, and haven't been to one in Johnson City in quite a while, so I can't speak to that one. But Boone and Elizabethton, in fact, Boone has the better fitness area. They've got weights and all that. They redid that one during the winter, and now it's much nicer. And I suspect that because Appalachian State, and there's some other college out there, there's a trade school, a couple other things. Appalachian State is in Boone, and that probably has something to do with it. With the college town, if you will, but which is great because then I can get some stuff there and I don't have to. It's not as far a drive. Bristol's like an hour and a half one way, and Boone is like 40-45 minutes. So anyway, and you get the comeback shack. You can get a great cheeseburger on the way out of town. So there you go, 8.5 out of 10. Sorry for the long-winded nonsense and the geography lesson of the area, but if you've tried theirs, you agree with me on 8.5. If you're really, really sick of seeing me do these videos, here's what's going to help. And this may seem odd, but if you click like and subscribe, whatever platform you watch this on, so I can get more ad revenue so I can retire and I'll stop doing these altogether and you won't see me at all in your feed. That's how you get rid of me, all right? So just not ignoring me is not going to work. You got to really get the ad revenue up. Thank you very much, and we'll see you. Goodbye. Get one of those screens.